In the fall of 2016, I applied to Northeastern University, knowing that getting put into the NUN program was a possibility, but also knowing that I would much rather stay in the comfort of the city closest to home, which was Boston. I thought about where I would go if I did have to study abroad for my first semester, and the answer was clear. The one place I had always dreamed of going to was Australia, but I never expected that dream to become a reality. So I put my deposit down to go to Sydney, and within a few short months, July 21st rolled around, and I boarded the plane to my new life. This is my NUN story. The time change had us feeling confused and exhausted for about a week, but that did not stop us from getting out of our new nest and exploring this place that was supposed to be our home for the next 4 months.
Poor little sugar, she knows I've got a sweet tooth for her ways. I'm addicted to her gaze.
After a week of orientation, getting to know my suburb, and doing a bit of exploring, I felt somewhat adjusted to the life I would be living here in Sydney. I immediately realized a few things that stood out in Sydney. The food is amazing, I never ate a bad meal, and I quickly became a Tim Tam addict. The weather is always beautiful, and the birds are very weird.
When she walks, la da 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 da.
Before I knew it, classes began and I was officially a college student studying at uni. I got through the long school weeks and stressful essay writing by spending my free time taking the ever so confusing but truly beloved Sydney transport system. By bus or by train, I would somehow end up in a new and unique suburb at least twice a week. Whether it was the Saturday markets in Glebe, the live music in Newtown, or the Instagram famous ice cream in the CBD, there was always a good reason to get out and explore all that Sydney had to offer.
Sugar, she knows I've got a sweet tooth for her ways. I'm addicted to her gaze. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Luckily, it did not take me long to end up in the famous Bondi Beach suburb, as this is where I was assigned to my service learning site. I spent 2 hours every Tuesday helping out at a Jewish community kitchen prepping food for the homeless. This allowed me to truly engage with the local Aussies and see a part of Sydney that I wouldn't normally see as a typical tourist.
Stay closer to the sun, reach the girl who gets undressed.
I truly became a part-time Aussie when I began attending sport games like Australian rules football, rugby, netball, and greyhound races for my sport and learning in Australian culture class, an all-time favorite.
La da 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 da. La da 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 da, yeah. Whoa. La da 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 da. La da 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 da.
I also had the chance to spend time with Australia's one-of-a-kind wildlife.
Got a little soul, the world is a cold, cold place to be. Want a little warmth, but who's gonna save a little warmth for me? We know the fire waits, some believers, all of the sinners the same.
Halfway through my time in Sydney, a group of friends and I traveled to the northern island of New Zealand for spring break.
If I'm born again, I know that the world will disagree. Want a little grace, but who's gonna say a little grace for me?
Being able to successfully plan my own trip showed me how easy it is to book some plane tickets and see the world.
Girl, you now down, leave us bound to the tracks of the train. I'm not excited, but should I be? Is this the fate that half of the world is planned for me? I know I love you, and you love to see.
Throughout our time here in Sydney, our lovely ISAs and site leads had many fun events planned, including small activities like Trivia Wednesdays and bigger excursions like hiking the Blue Mountains and traveling to Melbourne. I've made so many great memories while here in Sydney, and I can't wait to continue making memories back at Northeastern with all of the new lifelong friends I have made.
Me. We know the fire waits unbelievers, all of the sinners the same. Girl, you and I would die, unbelievers bound to the tracks of the train. I'm not excited, but should I be? Is this the fate?
Leaving my tiny suburban hometown an entire month before anyone else left for college to move to the literal other side of the world, all alone, was definitely the boldest and craziest thing I ever did, but it was also the best thing.
Little drop for me.
Red, black, one pack.
Global experience, GE global experience. Global experience, GE global experience. Global experience, GE global experience. Global experience, GE global experience.